The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll run with Hall. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. One more time with Hall. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Rodgers now on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a third-year pro and third overall pick from North Dakota State. He's battled injuries early in his career. Try to stay healthy now, and that's Trey Lance.
Here we go. And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran it for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a college star here in Tennessee, Cordell Patterson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go now.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Lance now to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Titans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
All came together for the offense on that one. A short throw that turned into a nice pickup. Big-time yardage downfield, and as a defender, against that type of a route, you'd better take the proper angles. Otherwise, that's the end result. You give up a big chunk of yardage to the offense.
So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Let's go.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play off.
And able to work his way down to the 16. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for Breece Hall on that one. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now Rodgers. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Run!
Now Rodgers going to run the draw. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They start the drive with Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Lance now on first down. That's complete to the former Titan Pro Bowler, A.J. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Lance now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their three-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a three-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Smith-Njigba. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room to about the 26 here.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got Bellinger. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Play action. Now it's Lance. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Nashville. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
On the double.
Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point forthcoming. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Rodgers. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Smith and Jigba holding it in on the out route. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. On first down, right back to Hall.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And a short gain here, down to the 22. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Hall again. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So the Chargers now down by a field goal. A little over a minute to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lance. Finding Sutton. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Lance back to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the focus is all on the Titans offense. Trailing by 4. A little under 50 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Titans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Rodgers. Connecting with Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Rodgers. That was short one to Gesicki. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. That's caught by Johnson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but